I am Jeremy's godfather. The second is because I am a member of the PMS group. And
Wow.
Wait, you have to say what that is.
PMS stands for Pollock, Medioni, and Schlossel.
That's really
And
cute.
we've been very blessed. I don't know what the odds are of 3 families in an 8-day period having an incredible high, starting with Gilly and Stephen's wedding last Sunday, Robin and David's wedding last night, and the engagement party for Emily and Jeremy this evening. The odds of all those 3 happening within 8 days is probably astronomical. And lastly, I'm here because Peggy asked me to speak, and if anybody knows, I don't say no to Peggy, including when she asks me to say Kedusha and sing it to Phantom of the Opera. Which is my claim to fame in Beth Jacob, which is why I never go back. With PMS, with the group, we have seen Jeremy from the time he was born. And we've watched him grow, just as we've watched all of the children of the group grow from children to adults. And they're all adults. We've spent Shabbatot together. We have spent Yom Tovim together. We have spent barbecues, pool parties, picnics, you name it. The families as a whole have spent time together, which gives us an opportunity to know everyone pretty well. And with the Medionis, we've spent multiple family vacations together with them as well. So my first remark, Emily, is that when you marry into the Medioni family, you get a 2-family bonus, and you also get an incredible amount of additional brothers and sisters that come along with the family. So we're thrilled that you're here with us. I remember Jeremy as a child. His hair was an incredible blonde. He was a little kid, and to say he was joined at Gilly's hip was very true. And if he wasn't joined at her hip, if I wanted to find out where Jeremy was, I just had to turn to where Gilly was, and Jeremy was following very, very close behind. So I think I've gotten to know Jeremy not just because I'm his godfather, but because of the closeness. I also have to thank him because one of the things that he's done for all the years, as Gilly used to call my mother Savta, she still does today, Jeremy calls my mother Savta, and he makes it a point that when she's in town and he's available, he comes to visit and greet her. And for that, I will always be grateful for that. So everybody has already taken half the speech about Anila Dodiva Dodili, so I'll move on. This is a very tough parsha. If anybody knows the parsha, it talks about the cities of refuge, war, judges, all the things that just work perfectly into an engagement couple and what have you. But I did find one thing, and I'd like to speak about that for a brief moment. There's a very strange prohibition in this week's parsha. The prohibition is, you shall not plant any tree near the altar of Hashem. Now it talks about a shera. I won't get into the details whether or not it's a shera tree or any other tree, but basically you shouldn't plant a tree before the altar of Hashem. So why would this be prohibited? When we build a synagogue today, and our Chazal tell us that the word for Beit Knesset is really Mikdash Ma'at. It's a diminutive temple. We try to beautify it and make it as pleasant as possible for all those who come to daven in the shul. Yet the Torah says, don't plant trees, implying not to decorate. Perhaps the reason the Torah gives for this lies in the fact of the words of what Chazal say, because it's part of the mikdash, it's part of the temple, and it's part of the holiness of the temple. That's what a Beit Knesset is. The beauty of a shul is not in its walls or its elaborate decorations. Its beauty lies in the holiness. In other words, it's what's inside that counts. Which leads me to Jeremy. Jeremy has always been a sensitive, caring, loving, and family-oriented person. He has been smitten, that's the word, smitten by Emily. Emily, as you've heard before, I have yet to see Emily not smile. And her smile brightens up the room. It's just that simple. I see how they look at each other. I see how they talk to each other. I see how they behave with each other. And I see that they have totally committed in their minds that each one is the person the other one wants to spend the rest of their lives with. Both are beautiful inside and outside. Elul, as Gerard gave a little bit more of the Ashkenaz version, I'll talk a little bit about the Sephardic version, brings an uplifting message of greatness of human potential, the reward for proper behavior, and the significance of good deeds. Coupling that with what's inside that counts, this is a couple that basically has that combination of qualities and midot. It's our wish, we'll certainly give you a bracha at the right time, but we certainly are waiting and wanting very much to continue the smachot that the PMS family have had over the last 8 days. We look forward to seeing both of you under the chuppah. We love both of you very much, and we can think of no other reward for each of you than each of you.